Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes. Today we are going to talk about making your life less complicated. So some of you guys are out there way overcomplicating your life. And what do I mean by that? Taking on more projects than you can handle, taking too much crap from people, not taking care of yourself enough, not filling your cup up enough, and just being too compliant with people that are not willing to be compliant with you. And when I say that, what I mean is, if you are that person who is literally bending over backwards for your spouse, for your children, for your in-laws, for your parents, for your loved ones, for your friends, for your neighbors, for the random stranger on the street, for your coworkers, and none of them, or a very small percentage of them, would do the same for you, then I would say it's time to stop. You are probably getting taken advantage of, which is making your life complicated. It is time to streamline. Anything that is not necessary to do, I would say stop doing it. You guys are all going to have to make that decision for yourself on what is important and what is not important. But if you are waking up every day with dread, I've got to take this there and this and this and this and this and this, and you feel like other people in your life that should be helping bear that load are not, then it's time to put down boundaries, and it's time to just refuse to do some of those things and do some things for you. And that does not make you selfish. But if every day you're like, it's 5 o'clock and I have no idea what I'm doing for dinner, and you constantly are getting yourself in these situations, or, oh, after work I've got to run 20 errands, and you're doing that every day, and I got to run everybody here and I got to run everybody there, and everything is just like so, do you know what I mean, and hectic, your life is too complicated. You have to set up a schedule, you have to set up a budget, you have to set up a plan, you have to write down all the things, and you just need to start crossing off some stuff. And if it's important to the other people in your life, then I would say, okay, well, you need to take the kids to dance class half the days of the week instead of me doing it every day of the week. If your kid is in 25 activities and they only care about 2 of them, I would say cancel out the other 23. Do you know what I mean? And again, these are all decisions that you have to make, and your significant other and you have to make, and you and your family and friends. I can't go into your house and tell you what's important and what's not important. I can just tell you my life is not complicated, and I have purposely done that. I have spent many years making my life as low stress, low complication as possible. And any complication that comes into my life is the doing of somebody else who doesn't have their life together, who overcomplicates their life, doesn't have boundaries, and then I constantly have to be like, not my circus, not my monkeys, like, you know. And that's the approach that I have to life. I really try not to get involved in somebody's whirlwind of toxic complication. And maybe that's not you, but maybe you're sitting here thinking, well, that's my dad, that's my sister, that's my coworker, that's my boss, that's my neighbor, that's my friend, whoever. And you can think of somebody specifically where they are so disorganized and so just maybe procrastinating and so just like frantic and so overscheduled, and then they kind of come in and just like, because I know if I'm around somebody like that, then I start to get anxiety, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you're just, So if you are that person that's making your life overly complicated, it's maybe time to sit down and decide that I don't want to do that. It is a decision. It is 100% a decision to make your life less complicated. Now, I do not have children. I do not have pets. I rent a home. But these are all things that have made my life less complicated. Now, obviously, everybody makes different decisions, as I said. And if you already have those things, that's great. And you made the choice to have them. And now you have to manage them in a way that is healthy and balanced for everybody involved. whoever is watching this video, it is not your responsibility to manage all the responsibilities of the home. Unless you are a complete single person living in a house by yourself, there is nobody else there, then yes, the sole responsibility is on you. But if you have a roommate, a partner, children that are old enough to participate in the management of the home, such as cleaning, things like that, then it is time to start expecting other people to help around the house and to help with responsibilities and to help make your life less complicated, and maybe write out a schedule. You will cook dinner these nights, I will cook dinner these nights. This time you will go to the grocery store, next time I will go to the grocery store. You will take the dog to the vet this time, I will take the dog to the vet next time. Those kinds of things, and it's going to be a slow process, and it's going to take lots of conversations and lots of boundaries and lots of self-work too. Because even though I don't have a lot of those things, there was a time where my life was super complicated and I let a lot of toxic energy into my life, and I let other people's drama and other people's toxicity, and I didn't have a lot of boundaries, and it was making my life super complicated and super stressful and super unenjoyable. And I can tell you now that I have made my life basically as uncomplicated as it can be, I feel a lot less stress. I get a lot more out of life, and there's a lot more value to an uncomplicated life. And it's nice knowing that I know when I'm going to do things and when I'm not going to do things, and I have time set and boundaries. And it takes time and it takes effort, but it is totally worth it. Okay, so I am encouraging you guys, start today by doing something to make your life less complicated. And if you think your life is not complicated, but you constantly are finding yourself frazzled and you're constantly kind of confused on what's going on and who has to go where and who's supposed to do this, you probably have a complicated life, and it might be time to kind of scale it back some, and even just start by writing it down. And maybe that'll help you guys realize, like, we don't have to do all the things all in one day, and I don't need to be solely responsible for everything. Okay, guys? So just some things to kind of consider. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and until next time, bye.